Okay, once I'm in here, I can do a lot of different things. So now this is live. Okay, and since Michael's got his up, go to YouTube. We'll see if he can find it here. Well, once you get to YouTube, look up Comm Tech Discussion.
2 eyes.
Did I have 2 eyes in it? Nice. We'll see if he gets there. So now if I had another camera on this, it works really up to my settings and I can move between cameras. Okay, so if I had another camera plugged in, which is what I'll usually do, if I'm doing like a room or a demonstration, I'll have a separate camera setup that I'll have plugged in. I can put half a dozen cameras on this. Okay, the only thing you have to do when you're using this particular one is they have to be different models of cameras. If they're the same model, it's only going to show you one on the list. But if you have multiple models, it'll show each one as that separate model. So then I can switch back and forth between cameras. I should have grabbed one out of the office when I came in here so I could show you. But it's just a matter of clicking on it, hit save, and then I have a different camera. Okay, so I can change cameras. Other things that I can do with this. Anybody that I have allowed to join in this conversation, which is not everybody. Anybody can watch this, but not anybody can interact. Only people that I invite. Typically, you want to keep it under 5. You start getting more than that, you can start running into issues with lag. Of course, that whole bandwidth game. You start having some of those kind of problems. So does it let you into YouTube yet?
Yeah, it's really slow. You're taking all the internet.
Yep, this is going to suck up a lot. So there again, you can see he's having a problem just getting into a web page because of how much bandwidth this is taking. Okay, so I could invite people. Let's kind of cut that stuff, guys. Okay, so I can record this. Anybody in the world can watch it while it's going on. Anybody that I have invited, like I did with Michael and it didn't work out, they can actually interact with me on here. Okay, so one of the things that we can do is we can turn on the chat feature. This is something that is very common when you are doing like an online class. So say I've got 15 of you logged in, I'm doing an online class. As you have a question and you're sitting somewhere remotely, you will go in and you will add a question. And then it will post it. So I can be doing my lecture, I can be doing the discussion, I can be doing a demonstration, and Andrew can ask, what was that thing that you just pulled? Okay, then I could stop and go, all right, so this thing that I just pulled on here is the starter cord on a lawnmower, since we'll pretend we're working on a lawnmower. Okay, so I can answer that question without having the verbal interruption. Okay, a lot of times I'll run them that way. It's a lot simpler. So what that's referred to is called a back channel. Another way that I will do this is I will include a link in here. I'll just post a link in the chat. I can also send it out to people, usually on an ahead of time or where I put my broadcast, and I'll use like a Google Doc. Okay, so I'll have a whole nother window, and when I do this stuff, this will keep recording even though you're not going to see it for a minute here. When I start working with this, I can go in and I can open up a Google Doc, and I can give anybody with the link permission, and I can set my chat up in there. So then people that are just watching this can still ask questions because I'd include that link in my broadcast for my YouTube channel. Okay, so it still allows me to share. It still allows that chat, even if I haven't invited the people into here. And that's referred to as a back channel. Okay, works really, really nice. Another thing that I can do with this is I can share with people other things that I have open that I'm working on. So for example, I want to share with you what's on the Inform website. I can click on screen share, and it's going to either my entire screen or any other window that I have open. Okay, so this will get kind of funky. Let me open up a different program here. Let's just open up PowerPoint. Use that as our example. So I'm going to put a blank presentation on here. All right, so now it should. It's not picking it up. Let's go into the slideshow mode. See if it'll give it to me that way. There it is. So now I could then share with mine. All right, so now we're back up and running. So we'll see what that looks like in the recorded video. So again, let's go out and I'll share this document. I could talk about what's going on in this document. This is what's getting recorded to the video. Okay, so I can have a lot of different interaction. So I close that document out. Now I'm back to this right here. I've got some other options. I can open up the toolbox. Let's allow it. So now I can look at how many comments. I can do some volume changes. There's some different stuff I can do. I can go into settings and I can mute stuff. This just allows me control. Okay, I can put a little tagline on it so it says something across the bottom right here. Not right now, you won't be. Oh, so you should be. Sorry, my screen popped over. I apologize. Let me duplicate. So it kicked me over. All right. So now we throw this on here. It looks backwards. That's not what you're seeing in the recording. Okay, so I put that overlay on there. So maybe that way I know who's talking, some different things I can do. So again, got a lot of different options, things you can play with. Play with this a little bit. Okay, set it up and do this with someone. I don't even care if it's one of your classmates and you're in study hall there at lunch or however you choose to do that. You can even maybe get it to work in here, where somebody maybe goes over to the music room, somebody stays in here, somebody even in the hallway, somebody here. But again, anytime you're playing with the Wi-Fi, it can cause us issues. So as you guys are looking at this, I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to bounce over here. We're going to go to YouTube. This could be because of what's going on here. So I'm going to kill this program, then I'm going to go to YouTube and I'll show you guys what it looks like after it records.